Heroquest is the best game ever made. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. The best thing about Heroquest is the miniatures, made in the glory days before Games Workshop was destroyed from within. There is not an inch of pretentious over-complexity about them. Anyone can tell what they are from 500 yards away, and I know this because I've tested it with a team of Russian ex-Soviet scientists. Because they weren't destroyed by idiotic over-sculpting, many a young lad got their start in miniature painting with these fine figures. Oh, never mind that one. I've ruined that one. Never mind that. The best thing about Heroquest is the gargoyle. It is the finest miniature in the land. Compared to this is rubbish. This is brilliant. This is an abomination. This is a gargoyle. When a young lad saw this miniature, he said, "Ooh, I've got to get on that Heroquest action." And he was right. The best thing about Heroquest is this tiny furniture. It is unequaled in all the realm. Anyone who owns this furniture and doesn't use it, even in unrelated games, is a fool. I myself have begun replacing all of my furniture with Heroquest furniture. Even the doors. Oh no, Mormons. The best thing about Heroquest is the cards. What you see before you is the exact optimum number of cards to play a heroic adventure game. No more, no less. Why, just the other day I was playing in the local international poker tournament. When I get time to reveal my hand, heroic brew. And I took home all the winnings because after all, who's gonna argue? The best thing about Heroquest is the board. Look at its beautiful, vibrant colors and its perfect, square-ish shape. There's never any doubt as to how much room a game of Heroquest was going to take up, was there? No, sir. But what do modern games give us? Why, they're obsessed with modular dungeon tiles, and that's terrible. Half the time, it's a complete disaster. The dungeon immediately veers off the nearest table's edge. The other half the time, it expands into a colossal labyrinth, far larger than any reasonable table, owned by mortal men. Play it on the floor, you might say. Or what about people with back, neck, and face problems? Ha! You didn't think of that, did you? No. The best thing about Heroquest is the quest book, jam-packed with cracking sword and sorcery scenarios, each more different than the last, and none more different than the dreaded blank map, which is used to make your own deadly scenarios. Of course, the only natural response to this is to put a monster in every square, as is the right and privilege of every Heroquest owner. Best thing about Heroquest is the box art. Ooh, look at it. Magnificent. Painted by the great fancy illustrator Les Edwards. And it features grand prominence in this art book of the man. And well it should, for it is without a doubt the greatest piece of art he ever produced. Now, in the 90s he did argue against this point, but he was quickly shut down by key luminaries of the era, including Prince, Bob Hawke, and Reggie Bennett. So, as it turns out, this is another cracking reboxing all along, but is a single reboxing enough to cover the grand majesty of Heroquest? No, sir. And that means it's time for another cracking unboxing of Heroquest. Let's get started. Best thing about Heroquest is the inside of the box. Look at these cracking instructions for heroic miniature assembly, what with their clear pictures and words, by God. When I was a lad constructing these miniatures, I used to have terrible nightmares of a post-apocalyptic time where miniatures, much more convoluted than this, would come with wordless instructions and grainy little pictures and only the loosest interpretation of the word instructions. Ooh, it's a good thing that never came to pass. The best thing about Heroquest is this cracking screen. Not only is it covered with blistering artwork, it also is the finest perch in all the land from which to drop falling rocks on unsuspecting fools in unrelated games. It also prominently features the gargoyle. You can't even tell what this is. This is a gargoyle. The best thing about Heroquest is the broadsword. Broadsword.
Fire of Wrath.
The best thing about Heroquest is rolling to move, and you may roll your eyes at this, but it really adds to the drama. Will I trip on a flagstone or leap heroically into battle? Let's find out. The best thing about Heroquest is ignoring the roll to move rule. It was clearly included for the junior set, more used to playing snakes and ladders, and not for true masters of the game. Best thing about Heroquest is the combat dice. No finer set of dice have ever been made in any kingdom. These dice also represent the essential binary of all beasts in this game. The monsters are either dead or alive. And the symbol of evil looks like a bunny rabbit if you turn it upside down. And that's why you'll hear veterans call them the bunny rabbit dice. Adorable bunny, symbol of immortal evil. The best thing about HeroQuest is the barbarian. Look at the muscularity. You are the barbarian, the greatest warrior of all. And they're not kidding, he throws 3 combat dice on attack by default. Not even the gargoyle can stand up to that. And that's without needing to get the broadsword.
Broadsword.
The barbarian, the best character in the game by far, and you should all go out and play as him immediately. Right, now that the peasantry have gone, the best thing about HeroQuest is the dwarf. The barbarian, he is strictly easy mode. True aficionados and real masters of the game choose the dwarf. The best thing about HeroQuest is the expansions, which you should immediately discard because the only true way to expand HeroQuest is with more HeroQuest. It is the only way you can experience such cracking custom scenarios as the dreaded Fortress O' Peril and Gravity Land. And that's why HeroQuest is so great.